30-11 Sanshore Avenue, 2 p.m. sharp. Don't ring the bell.
Been more than 8 years now that I heard something as eerie as this. Not that I never had before, but the void was full. I was done with things, with life, with this. But the past is a gaping hole. The more you run, the deeper, atrocious it grows behind you. You can't run with your past. You'll end up in circles. And when you think it couldn't get any worse, it nests you in its claws. In the very next curve, you've got no choice but to fix it. A little background wouldn't hurt though. They call me the fixer. I fix things. Things beyond relations and marriages. Things that are a little less legal. I fix it. Get it out of your hair. Your dark past and its burden. I take it off you. Just like I'm about to. Now.
It's okay, I've got it from here.
So you were having me followed?
Well, you being was my concern. Won't you come in?
Stern, stiff. She looked like the kind of a woman for whom conversations go as good as formal greetings. Period.
Ridgewood Hotels, billionaire. A pain in the ass. My husband and alive.
Alive? I guess you're never too old for dry humor.
Studied liberal arts, Maddox University. Not very intelligent or articulate. One Damien Hume. A few blows to the head. Didn't resist much. Fell unconscious. Probably got a concussion. And then died.
Wait, hold on a second.
I'm saving you the trouble of formalities. Time is important to me, much more than emotions or expressions. Yes, as an individual, I'm fallible, but that shouldn't encapsulate me in the delusions of humanity.
But you are responsible for your actions, though.
Causality. My actions are as good as its consequences. Consequences are just all part of a chain reaction, aren't they? And my actions are all dependent on the dynamics and the behavior of the person that I'm interacting with.
I didn't get you.
What I'm trying to tell you is that my actions are inconsequential unless someone triggers it. And that is when I would seek for a motive. To maybe start something, maybe end it. But that motive is the start of it all. And behind a motive is a reason, and it means opportunity. But what happens when a motive becomes elusive? At this exact time, you really do just fix things, don't you?
But for things to get fixed, I need to know how it got broken. Because, see, here I am trying to solve a puzzle and I have nothing but shattered glasses. Listen, I need to know first.
Have you ever seen a caged animal? How the crowd sees it from one singular point of view. The nexus meaning of it being, look at that. That's one hell of a thing. For them, it's just a thing. But for that caged animal inside, the entire crowd seems like one generalized state of mind. Being married to a billionaire narcissist does get you on a roll, but I'm a psychiatrist too, and that's the cherry on top. You see, people see me through a very tunneled vision. They see me as some mind, just observational, dissecting kind of person, devoid of any emotion. Not that I have now, but that's when the greasing began. And that's what I've been subjected to, being in this kind of society. But I always wanted just one person in that crowd. Just one person who wouldn't go on a judgmental spree, judging me by just me, my lifestyle, my profession.
Enters Damien.
And that's where it all started. Or should I say things went south. My mind, due to this conditioning of people around me, had been observing them as just subjects. My approach to emotions and expressions and behavior was strictly observational. I've always been in this constant race of trying to practice better and better. That's how my mind functions, its permutations and combinations, arithmetics and patterns. Even right now, as I watch you click your thumb and forefingers together, it shows me a sign of you being hasty, wanting to jump from this to the next bit. But you know how these young imbeciles are, right? Their lives scattered all over the place like broken eggshells. Their goals changing faster than their Instagram stories. Irregular sleep cycles causing a typhoon of emotions. And that is where I was mistaken. A pretentious social gathering, a few friends, some drinks, a few comments, some hey, the rest is history, conversations, and that is where I found myself standing next to him, listening to his philosophies of drugs and parties.
And that's when you decided to kill him.
But that's not the point. It was at that exact moment that I saw him again as a subject, and in observing him, it resulted in nothing but dead brain cells and a rotten character. It just made me feel pukish. But it wasn't me. The rot was coming from him. I could just smell it, and it diffused in my mind, and if I could have scraped it out, I would have done. It just made me pukish, and it was coming from him from every passing second, every word from his mouth. It just made me want to throw up, and I got up from the bed. I walked to the cupboard, and I see the set of golf clubs that Robbie's brought home the week before.
You don't need to tell me this.
You know something? When you hit someone hard enough in the skull with a blunt object, the blood gets everywhere. It diffuses in the air. The scalp has thousands of capillaries, and it's like dust in the sunlight, and it gets on you. I bet I still have some on me now. But to understand my subjects, that's a small price I'm willing to pay. Funny thing is, he didn't resist at all. He didn't scream or shout, as if he was expecting it to happen. Maybe he too smelled the rot. Maybe I relieved him of his pain, his troubles, his problems, giving some direction to his vagaries of life. And as a doctor, maybe I see it as a duty.
Killing someone isn't really a duty of
Causality. My actions are as good as its consequences. The rot is what triggered my motive, which led to an action. When you see a man rushing towards you with a knife, what do? The very first impulse, the very first motive that the neurons pass is to probably punch him in the face or run. In my case, that knife is replaced with a gun. since I'm armed myself, my reaction is to pull that trigger. That's the thing about choices. You made yours too, coming here.
You are so articulate, intelligent, meticulous, self-aware. Then why this?
Why what?
This, how should I put it? It's none of my business, but this action of yours, this behavior.
You tell me, why do we behave the way that we do? It's a question that's been asked by philosophers, poets, theologians since time immemorial. The curiosity of the mind. It's complex, it's human. To understand this behavior, and yet, why do we? So, shall we?
Okay, so where's the...
Beneath you. Like I told you before, I've saved you the trouble of formalities. One Damien hue, stacked up in a body bag, cleaned of blood and marks, and you have exactly 15 minutes to fix it up, or mark my words. I would have said thank you, but it's your job. But here's something to help you with behaviors. I think you'll need it.